Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the Swedish J28B sitting at 7.3 battle rating in the line. This is the first really good jet in their line, and of course it's not one of theirs, it is a vampire. Gotta love the vampires. Fantastic plane. Nice and maneuverable, nice and steady, very comfortable to fly in this thing after those other two planes that we have already reviewed. Of course, the new patch is out today. I did fly already a little bit in some of the American props. I am working on a video there, but not gonna finish that. And I had everything ready for this video. So today I'm gonna give you this video on the Swedish Vampire, and then starting tomorrow you will see some footage from the new patch, and in between I will try to work on rank 5 Sweden, and we'll put that out soon. Probably one more video of Swedish jet in there as well. So there's a lot of content coming up, and starting with this baby. What are the speeds in the Vampire? The maximum speed in a straight line at sea level is 827 kilometers an hour. At 4500 meters 680, and at 6500 meters 610. Now this plane doesn't have an afterburner, so this is the speed that you have to work with. Is this supported by a great top speed in a dive? She has an 844 kilometers an hour red line and an 890 for the rip at the earliest. I have not seen an earlier rip, but you can rip it a little later, just around or slightly beyond 900, 910, 915. But you gotta keep it in a more shallow angle in the dive, and don't move a muscle. So this is not a fast jet. That is not the strength of this plane, the speeds. So you can be outperformed by many of the jets that you're facing at 7.0 to 7.3, 7.7. That range. She is not the fastest jet in the world, maybe even one of the slower ones. But that is not an issue for this plane, because she has a good engine on her, and she has a good maneuverability, which really makes it a turn fighter and an energy fighter, and that can be very fun in the jet age, especially when there are no rockets involved. This battle rating for me is still perfect for the jets, because, well, let's say that when we look at the three phases of air combat, the props, and there's more phases in there than one, but let's keep the props in one for now. The jet with guns and the jet with missiles. The jet with missiles, the age that this plane just misses, is my least favorite of those three. So flying this jet in the jet with guns age is perfect for me, because that is still something I really like to do. Unlike the jet with missiles, which is something that I occasionally enjoy, but definitely not my forte, and not one of the things that I would choose to do immediately. I mean, I do it because as I said, it is fun to shoot a missile and to hit somebody, and for that I enjoy it. But it's definitely not my favorite game mode. So this plane is at the ideal battle rating for the jets, for me. Very little missiles that this thing faces. How we did not get that Horton there. Oh well. The control stiffening has only one tick in the maneuverability, especially the roll rate at 600 kilometers an hour. A little bit of compression there, but beyond that there is not much of a problem. The roll rate and the elevator definitely stays functional, but the roll rate also stays pretty good up until the red line and beyond, and you just gotta get out after the red line. Make sure that you don't rip the plane. The stall speed in this plane is 150 kilometers an hour, which is quite decent. And we go to the firepower for the plane. She has very good firepower, 4 20mm Akan M47Bs with 150 rounds per gun. Yeah, decent ammo load as well. It's nothing spectacular. Many jets do have more ammo, but there's also plenty of jets that don't, so I would call it decent. You also have several rocket setups for this plane if you want to go ground pounding. Definitely if she's stock and you unlock the some of the rockets first, you can use it to grind, I guess. I prefer to use the vampire in the pure fighter role because she's so much fun in that. She isn't fast, but she is maneuverable and she has good energy retention. Good in the vertical. Energy retention in the horizontal is absolutely great. In the vertical it's still good, so yeah, fantastic. And acceleration in a straight line she's good, and in a dive she is excellent. This plane picks up so much speed when you put her in a dive. It is amazing. And again, we get a hit on a plane where we might have wished for more, but yeah, that happens. It happens. It still sparks sometimes. But great performance on this plane on average. Um, really enjoyable, also supported by decent climb rate. So the vertical presentation up is pretty good, but on the way down, absolutely excellent. Turn time in the plane is good, very good with flaps, and the flaps only rip off at 710 kilometers an hour, which is very nice. It's of course a plane that is with this speed in a straight line at a lower altitude. You can easily make that and manage that, so you got to be careful there. But 710 is quite a nice speed. You don't reach it just like that. The flap management is quite doable. Roll rate in the plane is decent to good. Certain speeds she rolls a little bit better, which is quite nice to have. When she's a little bit slower, she still stays very functional. She doesn't suffer like many jets do, where they become sluggish when slow. This plane still very nice, as you see here with the roll rate. 550, 650 is an ideal range for this plane for the rolling. Here's a Kika, another very good jet. You'll have to look at that plane, by the way, since the buff. Oh well, there's many planes that got battle rating changes, like some of the Meteors are now more competitive at new battle ratings. Something that was expected for a long time, or asked for a long time even. But that's also good to see. These Arados are also still very nice. Blew it out a long time ago. Anyway, overall maneuverability in the plane is good. And that is enjoyable because not... Oh, a little bit of bad aim there. Just wanted that plane. The overheating in this plane, as I said, it is present, but it is definitely manageable. Many jets do not like to fly at 100% all the time, so you just gotta take it back sometimes to 95, cool it off a little bit. You don't have an afterburner to work with, so there is that. You don't have that to worry about for extra overheating. There we get a crit and a fire, always nice. Well, yeah, when you do get hit in this plane, she's actually quite durable. Those shots seemed to go through that plane just now. Don't know why, but I guess those were ricochets, right? I don't know. Normally I would have expected a big explosion after that. But yeah, now the plane can still be taken by somebody else. Yeah, British guns, or what is it? This Swedish guns. I actually don't know for sure if these are still the British guns in this vampire, the Swedish vampire, or if they put a Swedish. We do get the kill after all, or they put Swedish 20mm in the plane. Yeah, don't know that. So anyway, maybe some of you guys know. That would be good to know. Anyway, the durability in the plane is also good. She's a sturdy plane that can definitely take a hit or two. Gotta be... well, you never want to be hit, of course. You always want to avoid that. But she can take a few hits if you have to. And she can also bring you home. She's not one of those jets that are completely unflyable when it gets hit. That was actually a good one of that R2 hydro. It just wasn't low enough, but nice try. Nice try is always fun to see. This is an energy fighter, guys, and a turn fighter. And the energy fighting in this plane is quite enjoyable. He never loses energy with the amount of energy she picks up in a dive, which is really excellent. It's the greatest feat in this plane. The acceleration in a dive. My god. Really enjoyable that. And then the turn time is nice. Enough time for shenanigans in this plane, which is always good. But you do have a lot of this shit where you think, okay, that I hit that guy 20 millimeters in this range, but it is not reliable. And yeah, I don't really like the guns on the thing, but maybe it's just because I don't play jets that often, although it will more and more these days, because I'm looking at rank 5 and then rank 6 Sweden. We also have jets in the new patch, so we'll be flying a lot of jets most likely. Gotta get my aim on point for this. Really, it really is a different game, isn't it, jets, when it comes to that. You just have to lead so much more compared to most of the props that you'll fly on your regular flying day. So yeah, but oh well, you know, everything can be practiced at the end. I love this plane though. This is by far the best jet for the Swedish rank 5, and that no surprise, I guess. I mean, that second J21 or 29 the 29s, man. Oh well, those early 2 jets are not fantastic, although the second one is much better than the first one. And the J29s, well, I've already had some grief there in the A, and the other one, the J28B, that thing definitely doesn't compare to this vampire. Even at the range where it's at, it's faster, but it's definitely not more fun to fly that plane. I had a lot of blood, sweat and tears in that plane. But anyway, this vampire is fantastic. Absolute joy to fly. Let's see what we got here. Quite the nice rewards. A lot of special rewards here with the best squad, anti-mech, terror of the sky, bulletproof and on hand. 70,000 silver lions and 14,000 research points. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. So here she is, the Swedish J28B vampire. In the Swedish hands, fantastic little bugger. He's a small target. He's fantastic in the energy fighting role and the turn fighting role. Can pretty much turn fight against other jets with impunity. Sits at a perfect battle rating with 7.3. For me, this is by far the best jet for the Swedish in rank 5. And definitely worth a while, worth your look, worth your attention, because you need to fly something out to get to rank 6. And if you do have to fly something out, it might as well be this. Why? Of course, you first have to fly something else to get there, but that is not a problem. You can fly the A21 RB. That thing is acceptable. It's quite decent. The other one is terrible. The J21 RE. That thing I really don't want to ever touch again in my lifetime. And the J29s after this one, well, I'll get into that later. But I can tell you now already that this vampire is the best jet by far for me. And well, I would recommend you to take a look at her. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, Make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.